name is Apia Mensah, and we are bringing you the very first video making of the channel's videos series that is called Language-Fante, the Easy Way. Language-Fante, the Easy Way. Well, of course, most people who travel from outside the country do come in, and then when they go, probably some do make videos telling people about the language, that the diverse language that Ghana has. One of the language that is usually mentioned is the Twi language. The Twi language that is usually mentioned by people who visit the country and stay for a while. But however, we usually conclude that the Twi language is the same as the Mfante language. Well, at this channel, we would bet to differ in this understanding, because that is not true. Some pronunciation might sound similar or sound the same to an outsider, but to a real Mfante person and to a real Twi person, they themselves know that these words are not the same. Words that are spoken there are not the same. So we would encourage that you come here, you subscribe to the channel, you give us your comments, well-meaning comments and thoughtful ones. We also would love that you share our videos and like them also. Well, we're going to take you through a lot, giving you the clear distinction between the two languages, that is the Twi, that is spoken by most people in the Ashanti region and other parts of the country. In fact, Twi is one of the widely spoken language in Ghana. Of course, there is no two ways about that. But there is Fante also, that people confuse it, like I said earlier, with the Twi language, and they think that they're really the same. Our next video, we're really going to tackle that issue, the differences that are there, so that when you find your way to land here in Ghana and to learn yourself here in Kumasi or Boise and any of these regions or towns in the country, you will be able to know the difference, as well as when you go to the central region of Ghana that Fante is spoken. We have towns like the Cape Coast, we have Efutu, we have Otuam, we have Abradunkwa, we have Uti, Abanze, Komante, we have Eja number 1, Eja number 2, Eja number 3, we have Mankesim, not forgetting Kaswa. All these are some of the towns that are located in the central region of Ghana, and the language, or the dominant language that is spoken by people in this region, is the Fante. And at this channel, we are telling you that it is not the same as the Twi. They are different. So if you want to know the difference, please do subscribe here on this channel and like and share the videos. And we are telling you that, we are showing you that you will have more information that is really going to feed you to satisfaction. Well, at this time, we're going to take you through some words that are pronounced in Mfante. But before that, let's see. You see, in every language, some words are created or coined from the language itself. For example, computer. Well, computer was not originated here in Ghana or by the Fante people. So it came with the whites. So they generated a name for it. So let me say the hometown for computer is not here in Ghana, to be specific, to the central region people, to the Mfante people. So the whites call it computer. So how do we call it here? Because it was not generated here. So in Mfante, we pronounce it computer, the same computer. But hey, there is a difference. The difference comes in the spelling. The difference comes in the spelling. That is k or p t a computer. K means K. U, that is U. That is M. P, P. U, again, that is U. And T, that is T. And A, that is A. Computer. The pronunciation sounds the same, but the spelling different. Let me take you through another item that was not originated here in Africa. Say the name that was given to it has no roots here, specifically to the Fante people. Milk. So we don't have a specific name for milk. So therefore, in Fante, we coin the name from the English name for the object, that is milk, and then we get it in our own. So in Fante, we call it milchi. So that is M, that is M, E, that is I, that is L, K, K, Y, Y, E, that is A. So milchi. Another one is a plate. The plates that we eat in. Now, this also was not originated here. It's a foreign item. Yeah. So we want to have a name for it. So in Fante, we take off the L, then we put R there. So the spelling in Fante, let me spell it for you fully. P R A T S E. Fully, let me spell it in Fante. P R A T S E. That is P R. That is a turned 3. A, pronounced A. Pretty. So you see that this word was coined. Yes, the pronunciation was coined from the English pronunciation. That is plate. Pretty. P R A T S E. Pretty. We have another one for you. That is hospital. You know, we didn't have hospitals here. Hey, of course we have herbalists here, but we didn't have hospitals. So when the whites brought hospitals to the country, central region to be specific, they call it hospital. So how do we call it here? Because the name hospital has no roots here in Ghana. So then fancy people call it Asupiti. As U P I T S E. Sorry. Asupiti. So it looks the same. Hospital. Asupiti. Milk. Milchi. Plates. Pretty. Hospital. Asupiti. You see that? So let's see this one. Candle. Well, candle too did not originate here. It's from somewhere, from the whites. So this is how the fancy people, white people call it. You call it chandel. It sounds like a TV channel. Chandel, to help you grasp the point. Channel. Now another one, ball, like a football or something, ball. Well, this too did not originate here. Of course, we have a lot of different games that African kids, people who entertain themselves with, not football. So the name ball came from outside Ghana, has no roots here. So which means that we would have to get a name for it. The fancy people, my people, need to have a name for it. So they still call it ball. They pronounce the same way, ball, ball, but the spelling differs. Now, when you turn C like that, they call it O. So B, O, ball, ball. In English, is BALL, ball. But in fancy, it's B, O, double O, turned C, B, O, ball. There is this white object that looks clayish that is used for writing on boards, blackboards. How do you call it in English? Chalk. 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 Well, my people also realized that this also, the name was given by the whites. It did not originate here in Ghana. For that matter, the central region. So this is what they did. They had to give it a name. It goes in the same way with the ball thing. So it's pronounced chalk. The only difference is that you don't hear a sound of L there. Chalk. And the spelling is K. Yeah. O, K. Chalk. Chalk. There is this called pen. Pen that we used to write, this device. This one too did not originate here in Ghana. It came from overseas. Of course, we create some names for it and we call it achodria. It's like a sentence, a phrase. But the actual name pronunciation is pronounced the way the whites pronounce it. Pen. Pen. But the difference in spelling, like the other words, P, E, pen. P, E, pen. The E is the 3 that has been turned to look, the other way around. Pen. Instead of the E is pen. 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 That is some fancy people for you, my people. Now let's come to the very last word that did not originate with Ghana. Of course, there are many of them, but these are the few clearly known ones. We have this one called pencil. 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 In English is P-E-N-C-I-L. Pencil. Well, in fancy, that also did not originate here. We didn't have its roots here. So we call it pencil. Pencil. And the spelling, P, E, N, S, E, R. That is P turned 3, N, S, E, and R. P, E, N, S, E, R. Thank you for staying here on this channel. We are happy that you were here with us to go through these words that did not originate here in the central region of Ghana, but were coined to suit, to have a spelling different, but usually pronunciation-wise similar. Thank you. I would encourage that you subscribe to this channel, like and share the videos. More are coming your way on learning and fancy the easy way. Well, of course, before I go, let me tell you this. Fancy, right? The English spelling for fancy is F-A-N-T. Fancy. Fancy by the whites. Fancy. But the fancy spelling for the word fancy in English is fancy. Fancy. That is f a t s e fancy. Well, think through. Next time when we meet on this channel, we'll take you through the reason why the name Fancy came. As this wonderful guy of Angel FM's Obrimpon CPU will say, there are 2 syllabic words. 2 syllabic words. So next time we're going to take you through that. First, we're going to give you that gist, and then later we're going to take you through some words that are, items, the names of items that are really pronounced, and the spelling and all those stuff. And you know the difference between the fancy and the tree. Thank you for coming to this channel. We hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.